Ramadi. Ha, Lema.
Joe Pandadi.
Sowore, 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 Sowore. Oh yeah, come and take it back, oh Sowore. Oh yeah, take it back for Nigeria, Sowore, 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 Sowore. Oh yeah, come and take it back, oh Sowore. Oh yeah, take it back for Nigeria, Sowore. Take it back to the start. We need somebody correct. Shine the light in the dark to make everything connect. Pay attention to the voice. Sowore is the choice. He is the man, he is the one. Make nobody come to make a noise. Get the ability to change our society, to bring the security for proper accountability. We need to change the level. Shebi, we need to grow. We need to Sowore. Make poverty come out.
See, our schools don dey fall yakata because our government no gree put money for we education. Na better education na dey produce people wey dey make country better. Line still dey between the skill wey our students dey take graduate and wetin our labour market dey find from them. As ASUU don dey on strike for over 90 days, so the labour market don dey ask for students wey get better grade wey dem age no reach 26 years. The matter need action now. Vote Omoyele Sowore, vote AAC, vote the government wey go make our university better, make the country for everyone.
Women are the bedrock of a nation. If you want to pull a country out of poverty, empower its women. When the country doesn't work, it affects our mothers and daughters the most. Our party, the African Action Congress, under my leadership, will create a country that will work for all Nigerians, especially our women. We will tackle the problem of security, we will create jobs, we will offer real support to traders and others in private business. We will provide health care and tackle mother and infant mortality decisively and make it a thing of the past. Women will be equal partners in our government, and your voices will be heard. Take it back with us. Take it back.
We have made it very clear that we are the ones who are coming to take the certificate of return as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I do not need to have been in public office, but here is what I want to tell you about my experience. Every time it was necessary to find somebody to fight for the progress of this country when we needed democracy, as a student activist, I was there. Laid my life, on the ground for whatever could happen. And in 1999, that democracy came about. When there was a time in this country that everybody said if Obasanjo didn't become the president the third time, this country will not make progress. I was one of the few people who stood up and said, third time is unacceptable because we can't afford a Mugabe in this country. When President Yar'Adua was sick and was dying and there was a cabal around him that prevented a minority from becoming president, and all of the political leaders, including judges in this country, including parliamentarians, the Senate, the House of Representatives, even a young person at that time who was Speaker, Bankole, sided against Jonathan becoming president. I used Sahara Reporter to expose the fact that Jonathan was brain dead and Nigeria needed to prepare for it. Not even the Niger Delta militants could do it, even though they said he was their man at that time. We're talking about character here, we're talking about courage that could take countries to bigger levels. And I'll give you two more examples of countries that had people of my pedigree. I'm not as big as they are. Mandela came directly from prison. Which local government did he govern before he became the president of South Africa? The most stabilizing force in the history of that country. Obama was regarded as a community organizer. Somebody might say he was a senator, but it was just for 6 months. But he was known as a community organizer and derided for it. He stabilized America's economy for 8 years that he was in America. He's described as America's best president because it wasn't because he was a former senator, but because he was a man of character, intellect, capacity. And that is the mistake we must not make.
Take it back, action! Come make we dey go. Need to set it level. Say people need to go. We need to support them.
So I went to Adamawa State and arrived at Yola. And as soon as we arrived at Yola, one of the organizers said, how about we go see an internally displaced persons camp? So we started driving, and it reminded me of when I was in the NYC in Yola. So in Yola, Adamawa State, this used to be my area of national service. Still a very lovely, cool place. So we drove past the NYC camp, I think, and then we drove to the left. It's this block of classrooms, very unkept, and it was raining, and we met the officials in this office that they use. And we had to go see refugees in their own land, the people who had been displaced from their homelands by Boko Haram and had not been able to go home. It was heartbreaking, I should say, and I use this word a lot, but the more I see Nigeria these days, the more I understand that there was a deliberate policy to destroy and break the Nigerian spirit. Victims of war and conflict. So a lot of these Nigerians who were displaced in their homelands, and we had to tell them that come next year, this kind of internal displacement will fizzle out in Nigeria. There are about 1,800 refugees in this camp. Met a woman who's been there since 2015. Sad, very sad. You haven't gone back.
He's free, but my challenge is that I don't have shelter to live. I go back and hang myself.
I can't wait to see you back home. And I mean it. I am not just a politician. I'm not a politician who come and make promise here. I'm not a politician. I come here as somebody who is heartbroken. I just hope I've been able to give you good enough assurance don't let anybody deceive you that the next Messiah must be Hausa man. Or that it must be a Yoruba man. Or that it must be an Ijaw man. The next person who wants to help you is somebody who feels your pain. So I grew up in a village, and growing up in a village means that you grow up with people who had been through disadvantages in life. Some are just victims of malnutrition, and so that's is the way see when I see other kids who should be like me who are not, I feel bad almost immediately, and it's worse when you're standing in front of women who tell you that they're widows, that their husband has been killed by Boko Haram, and they experience the killings. I remember actually doing a story once about Boko Haram, and there was a woman who had just had a baby, and their village was attacked. And she said she did not realize her baby had fallen off her back as they were trying to escape from Boko Haram. And another part for me is because I come from a place of disadvantage, I always feel like this could be me. This could be me. This could be me in a refugee camp. I know how that feels, because I've been through some of those situations before where I feel completely helpless, and I'm always trying to figure out how I would feel if I was in their shoes and how I felt when I was in those situations. So it's immediate. I could just plug myself in there, in their place, and that is why you see that very quickly on my face. When I get heartbroken, you can see it reflected.
So I come here today to greet you once again. And to give you assurance that help is on its way. When I say it, I mean it, that the first thing I will do is to ensure that everybody that is displaced from their homes in the northeast, in this Adamawa, in Borno, in Yobe, will have a chance to go back to their homeland.
So, okay, now maybe we talk to Omoyele Sowore of African Action Congress. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, how are you today?
I did very well. It is interesting. The first thing, before we even go into the reactions of INEC, say today, now your birthday, and Nigerians supposed come out to vote. How you this celebration get as it been? Happy birthday, but tell us how you see the matter.
Well, today I suppose that my birthday was supposed to be, and it still be my birthday because we won't do double celebration before. Maybe we celebrate my birthday, come also celebrate my win by this afternoon. But as these people come be now, their incompetence come frustrate that other aspect. But now when a postponement of their judgment day now, not go delay the judgment itself.
So and INEC now they've been don't talk say fire incidents happen for 3 states where they don't already deliver some of the sensitive materials, and also they talk say even bad weather to move some of the things may affect this sharing of sensitive material. How you get to react to this matter where they talk?
Say na me first last night na me first they talk for Facebook say this people they postpone, even when people they no believe and say that they postpone. The thing will happen, we say the ruling party, they're not there prepared. Say this thing happened for 2015 too. When election
they say the ruling party now no get chance to really, defend themselves. Even them, even President Buhari don't come out to talk say they disappointed.
I know as in a day for BBC, but make I talk with him be the truth. You know, my own job now to talk true, not be to dey look for lawyers for people who want to defend for themselves. If they want to defend themselves against me, I be presidential aspirant now. I'm a presidential candidate now.
So.
When they can't ask me, but the thing where they talk, be say something they happen. They say snake where they waka talk. Now we say get hand for inside.
We don't they see people don't they drop some comments. Plenty people don't they talk say HBD to my president in waiting. This one Nakashimawo Omoyele Destiny. If you also still they join us for wherever you did, you feel comment with your name and your location where you did hear this our Facebook live. So as INEC they hold this their stakeholders meeting, Oga. You go for this meeting to hear wetin INEC dey talk, because we hear say they meet with stakeholders.
We've been sent somebody to go there because me I just dey come from my village where I wan go vote. I don't go last night, carry all my things, go there. We just dey come back now. Now for last night where I dey hear say they get stakeholders meeting, we no fit reach Abuja where the meeting wan go. We send person there. The person say they talk say name not there for register, but somehow we dey expect say they accept them eventually, sha. But the thing we did there we say, if we know we enter the place, at least they could tell us what happened from the stakeholders meeting. Our position is very, very clear. Now, something very funky and funny as per how they take postpone this thing. If you want to postpone election, we don't prepare for 4 months. 4 years. You know, just be 6 hours to the election. You just can't, everybody don't already travel. In our own case, people travel from abroad, won't come vote. They don't come register before, buy ticket again, say they won't come vote. See what can happen to them now. Who will refund them? How they could feel wait? Because some people get timelines for their job where they take permission, say when they come here. Only for them to come here and INEC just do this thing, we rule like that. I don't see any better explanation for this thing, like I did tell you. Where if you should say something funny, they happen for this matter.
We get this person, we they also take comments from Facebook. Maybe they follow the whole conversation as they talk with us. We get this lady, her name Narita. She talk say, why it be like say many of the presidential candidates no even know say INEC could do this postponement till this same 6 hours when Nigerians wake up.
Well, of all the presidential candidates where they, na me first know and na me first tell people. Last night before around that kind 10 p.m. now I don't hear. You know, say me self I be journalist before I come to this presidential politics matter. So I don't hear from my inside sources saying that their plans. But in fact, when we drop the team for Facebook, people not believe her for a long time until where INEC come out themselves. So I hear say even one of the presidential candidates where they for Casina, you know that man now, that old man, they say he even go polling booth this morning, think say election say they hold. But that one, the people I say get as it be. How you go be president of country? You don't get security information that they don't postpone election.
Maybe instead just they find out like other Nigerians now, maybe or based on the logistics.
If you be president, well, you know, according to what you're supposed to know, so you get all those people we're supposed to tell them, they give them security information every minute. If they don't feel can't tell them the truth, they get as a bill.
And I mean, this postponement now, how you say I know say you don't talk say they no feel the delayed judgment, but the mood for your party, you know, how they see this postponement, they feel say it no go really change anything, or you go just you know, at least that February 23rd when people can't go the polls, everything go work out.
Now two things. One, I say, how would they sure say they don't go postpone again? Now one. Second, we say the people will come from our party from outside the country plenty. You know, say we will get worldwide support, and now we dey try reach them to see if we fit stay back again to do the election, because some of them be agents, polling agents, to come redo all these things now. We see they do meeting for our end, but we believe say no matter how fast they run, they not be high.
And you know, you just talk say you go village and everything. How the people for village even receive this news? You know, say because many people now for midnight where they first drop this information.
If you see the mood for our village last night, we found the day for our Facebook page. People come out en mass, come welcome, jubilate when they hear this news. It just be like say you pour cold water for their body, because they don't already charge. Say they won't vote today. Only for us to come to break the news, give them for even village there. And so all of them just come on one by one, come pin them. But they don't promise say Any time when this election will happen, they will come back, come vote en masse. And at the same way, we are supporters there around the country. Like I tell you, the only thing we are they worried about now, those are our supporters will come from outside the country, where they don't take permission from work till they will leave tonight or tomorrow. Now, how to come find out how they will fit stay, because it costs money, and they go call, if some of them, if it costs them job, if their job, if they not go back. But we dey try hear from them, appeal to the ones who we feel appeal to, because plenty people come for this election from outside the country.
Yeah, and we even hear from somebody wey talk say he come from Holland now, he dey wonder say how he go get a ticket, you know, come back. But even outside people wey come the country, you feel say you know say of course to plan for election and everything, e don already involve resources from your party end. You feel say you dey ready to remobilize your agents to go round the whole country to make sure say this February 23rd to your eye no go miss anything, every rock or every corner una go dey there to follow the matter as e dey be.
Well, we go, you know say the problem we get is say we no get godfathers wey dey give us money, and we no believe in godfathers. But we will still come appeal to people where they donate money, give us, say, make them help, because all the money we don't take mobilize agent now, it don't enter again. Now to come remobilize, you know, but we will need support. Anybody will give us support as they give us, they know how to support us, so that we will feel remobilize agents again when they go around the country. Make sure say their eye be everywhere, when they not play any game on us when they do the election on the 23rd. But most importantly, make INEC not go to another Uru again. Come Saturday next week.
Make me just still listen to some more comments from Facebook as people they wish you, plenty people they wish you happy birthday. This na Chibero Chinwe where they ask say if you become president, wetin be your plan for old people and young people at the same time?
Now na very good question. For young people, there are two things where they focus on them, you know, education and provision of jobs, you know, and on top of that, now to also give them the kind living wage. You know, so now they talk about minimum wage, maybe 100,000 naira per month. So the kind living wage they could come make their life set to where somebody where they work. Because so many of the workers now, the kind living wage they get now, wage we keep them poor. But we won't price them out of the poverty market. And for old people, most of them they be pensioners, you know, they get payments, you know, they pay them. The ones will not be pensioners, they deserve social security. Anybody waiting for this Nigeria, for our government, we will give them free health insurance, free health care, and we're going to give them social security. Where they, you know, where they institutionalize, not be make you just go market, go to share trader money, or make you they do all those things. Maybe say now only for election. After that, you know, they see the old people. We need to institutionalize social security so that people who are old, if they get support, whether they get children or they not get children. For this Nigeria now, the only social security where old people get that their children, and some of the children don't get job. Old people poor, their children poor. Like the same way come back with that. But we will settle all those things because we get enough resources for Nigeria to take care of everybody.
It is interesting when you talk about even children and things like that, because we've been seeing ASU strike being carry on until almost when it be time for this election, and then now they can't postpone the election and things like that. So I mean, how you know these people were already now for many young people they rush them, say maybe they write their test and their exam and then this thing. You think say even for the university system and things like that, this na indication of wetin go happen come 20, you know, the years to come, or everything go change at least when we see the results?
You know what they sad for this last ASU strike? Now whole semester, 90 days. Now they take away from the life of all these are young people for this country. Nobody in the world where you go take one semester strike. I mean, and this will not be now every year where they happen. So if they take one semester for 4 years, now we say already you don't lose 2 years with that. We will go end ASU strike. You know, this one where ASU come to strike past on themselves. You know, go happen under our government. You know, and make it not be said now only University of Suya they remain open from January to December. All the universities will be open. Will resolve ASU strike, because me when they talk so, you know, so I've been student union leader before. Me and ASU people, we know ourselves very well. We know how to have the conversation. Even when we deal as students, we get what they call ACRF, academic reforms. We don't already prescribe how to end some of the problems that they face Nigeria now in the education sector. So that's why we need digital brains to come to run the country, because analog brains don't finish this country.
Well, a lot of people they interested to see say they comment about wetin dey happen on top this whole election matter, but also maybe move into I mean, if you become president and things like that, now how you go? Rita Aju, they asked this question for Facebook, say how you go tackle corruption, because now one of the biggest challenges wey Nigeria dey face as a nation.
Yes, maybe I just count the levels where I want to tackle corruption. There be 4 stages. One, now preemptive, and that preemptive, one of the things where you need to do, you need to pay workers wages wey no go dey make them look for wetin they fit steal. You know, now because they propose 100,000. Not be say people wey collect salary no fit thief, but at least we go reduce the number of people wey be say their salary no fit support them. They go begin look for ways to steal. Second, now to use technology, use other means to ensure say even our money not dey reach the hands of thieves. And when you talk about technology full ground, you know, you fit use blockchain technology, you fit use encryption, plenty technological advancement dey wey be say, you know, you fit block anybody to even steal the money where you get. You know, you look at for workers, all those ghost workers, you just take retina scan, thumbprint, fingerprint to make sure say anybody when they enter government office come out, if you worker or if you visitor, and you fit capture that on a daily basis, so that you go even know people wey dey pay salary. If somebody wan take money, make sure say there is electronic record, not be say people see they use paper. The third level na enforcement. All the laws wey we get for anti-corruption, to enforce am without looking at say somebody be member of PDP or APC, or somebody be thief on one side, they can't join your party, you can't talk say you don't wash and clean, even though the money wey still dey in hand. The last one na consequences. This country must deliver consequences on the people wey dey steal the future of the country, so that it go serve as a deterrent to people wey dey plan to dey steal, because thief too plenty for this country, and they don't chop this country finish. It
is very interesting when you mention this whole about giving people like minimum wage or like 100,000 and things like that, because some people go talk say based on the logistics and economics for the country, you know, be like say we fit support them. Like even if not just small insight into how you think say like to dey give people this amount where they sustainable go work, because of the way Nigeria don't be as it is.
The thing wey dey there say we don't calculate am, the money wey dey for Nigeria reach to pay more than even minimum wage. We don't calculate am. Most of the workers wey dey earn less than 100,000, they dey between grade level 11 and grade level 1. And we don't calculate am. Now only 480 billion naira now we go add to the wage bill. That is after we don't promote all the ghost workers using technology, because number of workers wey dey officially on the payroll of wey dey work for Nigeria na 900,000 federal workers. Now they hear me so. And after that one, you get some 500,000 workers will be fake workers. The money wey they pay them, they go inside the pockets of all these civil servants. We know they simple and we know the servants. We just make money, they full Abuja there. When you see civil servant we dey for grade level 12, we get 5 houses. You know, say they pocket somebody's salary will not belong to her. So the second aspect, say when we calculate that one, we go make sure say all the taxes wey dey for this country we dey collect. Wetin be the taxes wey we dey collect now? Budget na around that kind 35 billion naira, $35 billion, you know, which is about 8 point something trillion naira. Na be our budget. But our taxes, the lowest rate on the continent of Africa, where they only collect 6% of taxes. No be say we wan increase taxes, but all these employers wey dey collect taxes, wey dey pocket am, we make sure say they drop am. Before you know am, if we reach 15%, that one alone, it don't already make sure say the revenue wey we get don't already reach over 15 trillion naira, and our budget na 8.8 trillion. So when we block all the leakages, collect revenue, come introduce other areas of making money. For example, we get some people where they owe royalties for air company, they don't pay because they be godfathers for election. We will not get godfathers, no, they look everybody face. And I know me well for Sahara reporters. I know they look everybody face. I do Sahara reporters 12 years by myself. Nobody waiting for this country where we no touch in terms of writing corruption stories, following money from America or to London, or where they buy houses, they buy jets, or where they send their children to go school. When we block all those areas, I move nyafu go there for this country for everybody. The thing where they kill Nigeria, we say all the money we get, we take and service greedy people. The needy people who need money, we don't service them. But the other thing to explain to now, we say, look at our senators now. the amount of money where they carry go home per month, 14 million naira. If you did civil service, they collect 100,000 where we propose. You know how many years it will reach you to get to 14 million naira per month? 38 years in the civil service. So the inequality, they too much between people where they collect what I call maximum wage and the people where they collect minimum wage.
I like as you put them like that, and it's interesting. Well, that means say we already they run expensive governance for Nigeria. But back to this whole INEC matter and the whole postponement of the election. Some political parties don't they talk say make the current shamo of INEC step down. Wetin be your own take on this feeling? Because a lot of people, even normal people for social media, they talk say they don't like wetin Professor Mahmood Yakubu don't do today.
Well, make I explain what it's now say. Before you dey carry knee-jerk reaction and follow chairman of INEC, make you ask yourself, if you comot this one, who go appoint the next one? Not with the ruling party. They go still find another person for inside INEC wey fit do their own bidding now. In fact, if una no dey careful, if they remove this one, the next person in line, wey go be chairman of INEC, na the cousin to the president, that woman wey get controversy the other time. So it's not enough to remove the thing. It's to ensure that we find out wetin happen inside INEC. And if na the things wey happen dey external to INEC or internal to INEC, from wetin we dey hear, e dey external to INEC. I don do investigation, discover say CBN no release materials on time. The people wey suppose fly the materials wey dey for Air Force and from commercial, this enough, they say they not fit land deliberately, they do it. So like I talk, e big pass make you just remove chairman of INEC. On the long run, long term, now to make sure say not be president, now they appoint chairman of INEC, now go solve the problem. Because as long as now the president of the country, the ruling party, they appoint INEC chairman, they can always find somebody where go do their bid, even worse part the one where you say make them remove.
This now really interesting line where you talk of, you know, having INEC to, you know, get their own independence, true independence, because like say that independent way they get, some people don't really feel say they independent of whoever they for power. That's the problem. But how you go
they independent when we say na president they appoint INEC chairman? Now you know if they go do a moment they remove him from the president, even now to the maybe what we're gonna do we say every 4 years or 5 years, maybe we first of all elect the INEC chairman when we trust. You know. Now that election we go first of all do. We not go there under the control of the president. As long as the president they appoint INEC chairman, forget him. He go, you know, he go appoint person where he like. And this man wait there for that. So if NASA make it come on this one, if you go carry a younger brother, come there.
And now we they get all this. Not be the first time where INEC don't postpone elections. 2011 it happened. I mean now people already enter road, they don't line up, some don't vote, they can't cancel them. 2015 it happened 2 weeks before. 2019 now it don't happen. What thing you feel say be the important step where Nigeria fit take, not be even just INEC, Nigeria fit take to ensure say this kind of thing no happen again?
The important step now make we go very rapidly towards using technology to the vote. You know, if we feel vote for Big Brother Nigeria and Big Brother Nigeria for internet and the votes they clean, while we still they carry materials paper up and down, you know, digital ways they will take secure electronic voting. So all of the movement of materials up and down what they do now, we go reduce them. You know, and me, I be technology, I be digital person. You know, I mean, will be the first digital president where this country will get when I vote for me. Everything will be digitalized, you know, or digitized, whichever way you want to call it. So that we're not going to waste time for so many of these things, because now distribution of materials, logistics, you know, and all those baby grammar when they take do mago and wuru. If you digitize or digitalize. Even when by time voting don't finish, everybody don't know the results. You know, go they waste time to they collect paper, you know, they burn paper, you know, you go reduce the incidence of hijacking of ballot boxes and papers and manipulation. The world don't reach point where we say we're supposed to do electronic voting. And that voting will also let so many of our brothers and sisters wait there for diaspora to they follow votes too.
But I mean, even this electronic voting, and now why we already introduce things like card reader, you know, to even to move the process forward. Waiting happened for 2015. Many people, even that time, the sitting president, Goodluck Jonathan, in card reader no work like 3 times. So
the
I
card
mean,
reader wey they get, the card reader wey they get, not be the card reader wey they. You know, everything for this country na analog now. You see that their card reader is still big past POS. You understand? These days, smart card reader today, where we say if you just hook to your iPad, it just swipe on like this. It shows that the person be that. But because of the way we dey take do things, because of corruption they involved, by the time they figure in and factor in corruption into the thing, they no go fit change ways. We need, make I no lie to now, we need revolution for this country, make everything dey revolutionized. We dey waste time if we dey think say this current system wey we get fit deliver the Nigeria wey we need, we dey lie to ourselves.
Make me just still get more reactions and comments from Facebook. Of course, if you just dey join us, we dey talk with the presidential round for AAC, Omoyele Sowore. Today na him birthday as well, and many people don dey talk say happy birthday. But unfortunately, the biggest talking point be say na INEC don postpone the election. You also fit follow the conversation with the hashtag BBC Nigeria 2019. This person just dey ask say, which other wetin you feel say, this na Chiperu Chinwe wey dey ask say, wetin you feel say be some of the biggest issues wey dey affect Nigeria and how you wan tackle them?
Oh, you know, the biggest issue wey dey affect Nigeria na two things. One of them, you fit call am number one, you fit call am number two. First, for me, na security. Second, na lack of power, electricity. You know, because the moment you get, you know, if you get power, it will influence security. If you get security, it will enable us to get power, we go dey stable. Because even to build power plants now for Nigeria, or to even get ways to secure, you know, if security not there, we dey waste our time. And because if you get power, in particular electricity in place, the number of jobs wey go generate, the number of industries wey go bring back, the number of children wey go fit dey do their homework, or universities wey or even nightlife, you know, where we say they make every other country the boogie. We don't get nightlife for this country. For 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, most part of Lagos just shut down. I don't live for New York for 19 years. New York don't sleep because but na electricity now the power up. You will see people will get jobs, three shifts per night, 8 to 5 to 11 or so. Another, so you imagine say for one company alone, job where 5 people supposed to do, 50 people go dey do am. So look at all those opportunities where electricity for provide for us. And if we get electricity, town go secure even more, because the moment light dey, we get some places where we say thieves not fit operate because they know say they go see them, and it go power a lot of things, you know. So now make me dey talk and say electricity na one key area. There's no industry wey dey come Nigeria to come work when they don't send a generator. The cost of running business in Nigeria is almost 4 times or 5 times the cost of running business elsewhere. So even if you produce for Nigeria, you no fit compete in the international market because of the cost of production. That one a simple matter. No one not be matter of economic policy, because the other day one guy they say, maybe if we determine whether we be socialist or we be communist country, maybe now go help Nigeria. No. China don't try everything. China be socialist one time, be communist at one time, be capitalist at one time. But the thing where anybody will look Chinese man, I go just say Chinese be that too. If they no dead question, I would say a man we're ready to work. Make sure say make way for your own country. Now the same philosophy we need for this country. Leaders we sabi and we get the will to do a thing supposed day for everybody. One last thing when I want to talk, you know, say no, from time to time people will talk say, our leaders they get goodwill. Well, if you carry good go inside office, you don't get the will to implement them, it's as bad as nothing.
That's a strong word. And just coming back now to even when we meet the talk say how elections fit dey simple and more seamless. How you feel about the fact say people will get PVC no fit vote for anywhere where they go? They guys go to the place where they register, you know, to vote. So I mean, look at the way this postponement don't disrupt a lot of things. So people guys travel, go back where they register. How you feel about this one?
Now the part of the thing where they talk about digitalizing everything with that, nothing will stop you from vote anywhere where they blow the trumpets for voting. Now you're supposed to vote. It's not a matter of walking to the nearest machine. You know, as long as they identify you, you vote for the place. You click on this and they go. You know, as people these days, we they vote for Facebook now. We they vote for Twitter. You know, and they go tell your location for. The technology did there, but we did here we say analog leaders they run digital society, we they waste our time. If I don't lie to you, Otherwise, you no need to dey travel go your village when you don already know. It's just a matter of saying, look, the place where I dey at the time where I vote na Sokoto, but na this place where I come from, because you just check all the checklists, your polling unit, and as soon as you vote, you go carry your vote go your polling unit, but you go give your location as Sokoto. You understand? That is wetin digital
you know, to even piggyback this thing about PVC now, you know, say most of your support base na young people. Most of these young people, some of them, they even register for near their schools for election period, schools go close. That means say they no go even fit dey for that area, say they fit vote. You no think say this thing fit affect your chances at the polls?
No. Already they don't open school, and we don't tell our followers say make they don't come up from their school area. They don't feel close school, they just give them holiday. The fear wey they get before say if ASUU no call off strike, they don't feel go back school. But luckily now, a lot of them don't reach out to us, say they don't go back school. They do, you know, they even ready to finish exam and all this. We don't tell them, they take that day, come out, go vote. A lot of them don't already go back to school already. In fact, you know, most of them volunteer to be agents for us for near their school, outside their school. So then they're on the ground already. Nobody feel force them come out from school because not there where they register.
So that we you know, at least it interesting to see because out of the 97 million people wey INEC talk say dey register to vote, 42 million na dey 35 years and younger. So that one na a really important figure, especially for you wey most of your support base na young people wey dey for inside Nigeria.
We believe say na them go decide this election, 52% of voters, and the news wey we dey hear from them na good news, say they're ready to change the course of history of their country, and na so young people dey do all over the world. That is why and young people, they determine the future of their own country. No country for old people anymore, because they don't do us bad, so we don't feel breathe anymore.
People just they join us. So this na BBC News Pidgin. Of course, we dey talk with the AAC candidate Omoyele Sowore on his birthday. Even though today, as now instead of double celebration, na single celebration we dey do based on say INEC don postpone the general elections. Of course, you feel also the part of the conversation. You feel drop your own comments, you know, for Facebook, for our page, and of course, you know, share as the team do you for body. I mean, we don't hear plenty things for this conversation about, you know, wetin INEC first talk, and of course wetin Oga Sowore feel say this thing no go really affect in chances at the polls. Any last word from your own side, you know, as Nigeria go look forward to next week will be February 23.
Now make I talk to our constituency. The constituency are young people, and when they hear them, they hear us. So may they not be despondent about what happen today. May they still help me postpone my birthday to next week Saturday. Part of the continuation of the celebration, because now double celebration. We don't already celebrate on today, and we make them make sure that they not give up. May they continue, they enter the villages, or they talk to their mama, their papa, they talk to their friends, where they on the fence. Say this time around though, nobody need to deal on the fence, because make I no lie to you now. The biggest surprise where we big give. Now make all the young people just decide inside their mind, say they're not tired for this suffering, come move against all these people by voting in one direction for Sowore next Saturday. And as soon as you vote, the only thing we have to tell them say, you know, shake.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now for here we don't end this discussion. Thank you very much, Oga Omoyele Sowore. My best, continue to enjoy your birthday for your side for that. And so Nigerians, we don't hear from INEC, we don't hear from Oga Sowore, and of course we don't hear from Ona, because at the end of the day, this whole election na Ona. Now if na go vote, the thing go happen. If na no vote, you know they happen, regardless of wetin INEC do or political parties do. So hopefully February 23, everything go down sengemenge, and of course people will come out to vote. From us for BBC News Pidgin, we say thank you, and of course don't forget to join us on February 23 when we go dey bring you all the live updates of wetin dey happen from this our situation room.
Left, right, left, right.
For BBC Pidgin, we dey yarn I know who I'll be voting for. I'll be voting for Sowore.
Vote for Sowore. Give him money. Give him support.
To clear on our doubts, Omoyele Sowore, Omoyele Sowore, Omoyele Sowore, the AAC presidential candidate, I endorse.
2019 election, so, now Sowore me go press my vote for her. I go press her for her.
Vote for Sowore. Vote for AAC. Vote for Sowore. Vote for AAC.
Waste your vote, but do so wisely. Wisely.
No, I can say if you are a Nigerian that has conscience, a Nigerian that has conscience, vote for Sowore.
Founder Sahara Reporters, the presidential candidate for AAC. This is the card. When you see it, this is not the real thing. It's an education card. The third conference, AAC is what you're
That's right. I'm voting for Sowore. For president.
Whoever you want to vote for, Sowore or whoever, these people are intelligent enough. Let us vote for them. Let us create awareness. Tell the people in the village.
I honestly believe that if someone like you goes in there, I believe, bro, that you do everything to make sure that Nigerians remember Sowore for the rest of our life. So I just wish you the best, from my heart.
Thank you, guys. Take it back.
Say Nigerian workers what they call a slave wage, where they call minimum wage. This part you don't tell. Federal government they play us kalu on top 30,000 naira minimum wage. If they even agree pay us the money safe, the matter be saying that only 1,000 naira then go to pay us per day. If the worker gets to pick him, it means that only 350 naira for one person for the house. Money when no even reach chop one correct food. Country where they pay him senator for Abuja 14 million per month. Can't say enough to pay him workers money where go feel rich take care of his family. Make we join hands together, vote Omoyele Sowore, vote AAC, vote 100,000 naira minimum wage, vote for living wage. Nigerian people now deserve better salary. We no say we not deserve
The destination to the other. And as a result, what you have as a nation today, what was started as a nation has become a business. Nigeria is not working for the people of Nigeria, it's working only for a few people that continue to enjoy at the expense of a majority. And as a young person, in 1989, Nigeria's biggest problem was taking power from a bunch of military men and giving it to a majority through a democratic process. That was why I was expelled twice from the university and ended up spending 6 years instead of 4 years. I was attacked, I was jailed, I was beaten, I was tortured. But luckily in 1999, we had democratic rule. But what could have been democratic rule, with due respect, became a morocratic rule, where morons ride roughshod on the Nigerian people. We are young people who have been exposed, who have intellects, who have capacity, and who have seen the rest of the world. We've seen the best of two worlds, Nigeria and elsewhere, and we've also seen the best of even the worst of the two worlds. Today, we are here with fresh ideas. We are here with innovative ideas. We're here able to mobilize Nigerian people. We are here to mend a country that has been broken by misgovernance and wickedness and corruption. And we are also here with solutions that match the aspirations of our people. And we are also here ready to confront with courage the leadership that mismanaged our opportunities and have destroyed our past and are now trying to hijack and kidnap our future. We are also here able to speak on behalf of those who have been destroyed, have been, of course, mismanaged over all these years by these leaders. They are here crying for help, and we are here leading the charge on their behalf. And we believe, and we understand, and we know that given the opportunity, we can put the miseries of the past in the past and march towards a better future for this country. And we have done it before.
Okay, let me just stop you there.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure know that there are like 98 different political parties.
That's understandable.
And we have, I think, up to 8 or 9 presidential candidates. Each one of them more or less tells the same story. When you ask them why they want to become president and why Nigerians should elect them, they tell you about all the problems that Nigeria have. I'm trying to get a sense from you of why you are uniquely qualified and not the other testing
I'm not
against
here
you.
speaking on behalf of the other 7. I'm aware there are over 70-something presidential candidates, as a matter of fact, but not all of them are stepping forward for reasons best known to them. But I'm telling you that I'm unique on the side of history. I'm unique on the side of pedigree. I'm unique on the side of character. I'm unique on the side of integrity. I have been part of every political solution profiled independently to make Nigeria a better country for the last 30 years. Nigeria has only been around for 58 years. I started in 1989. In 2019, I've been engaged, fighting to expand our democratic space. I've been fighting against corruption so that we can end poverty. I'm fighting against ignorance so that we can give our children education. I'm fighting against men and women in this country who are stealing so that it can be enough for people who are hungry to eat. I am telling you that I have history. I'm unique in that way. There's no candidate, even some of the older candidates, some of them who call themselves retired army generals, retired custom officers, who can say that they have independently served this country the way I have in the last 30 years. And that is why I'm unique, and it's the reason why I can stand in front of anybody and say that this country will be better off in our hands instead of the hands of the buccaneers that put the country in the condition that it is today.
Okay, so your activism from your student days to date, as far as you're concerned, is your unique selling point. Before we sort of focus and have a conversation about that work that you've done, what qualifies your running mate to become the vice president of
Okay,
Could you speak
Brothers
up?
and sisters, comrades, friends, wherever you are, very good evening to you. Good evening for hosting us. You've asked a very important question, but when you read my CV, I couldn't even recognize myself. I'm here not aspire party or aspire tire to the, party, African Action Congress. Sowore has actually done well in moving the Take It Back movement, which transformed to a political party. We are now contesting for this post. You realize that there is no better story to tell than to tell our own stories for Nigerians to vote for us, which is the real story. We represent the largest constituency in this country. This is the 7th geopolitical zone, you could call it, but it's a social, actually,
So you're talking
cycle.
about age here, in terms
It's not about age, it's what the Nigerians, are suffering from for all these years. We are a generation that our leaders have let down seriously. No opportunities for school, for hospitals, for roads and other infrastructure. And you realize actually when you want to study or you want to help slaves, you don't ask the slave masters or the slave ship captain, you ask the slaves themselves. And that's why we are here to salvage Nigeria and our teeming population that are yearning for good governance and good leadership in this country. You have seen it all over, you understand? Our party came with the best of the manifestos, that is the spicer hit, because at the moment you realize that Nigeria is tasteless. If it is full, you can't take it, because there's nothing there actually for us to be proud of, having been let down.
Okay,
That's
you
why
talked
we're here
about
to
your manifesto, and now we'll get a chance to sort of go
Absolutely,
through the
we'll
details of what you're trying to do. But I want to come back to Mr. Sowore and specifically focus on the activism. The activism, we know you were in university, spent 6 years, fought military junta. There seems to be a little bit of a gap in terms of your public history. And so I'd like to be able to fill that gap for Nigerians. You were at university, you graduated. Not much is known between that period of graduation and you setting up Sahara Reporters. What did you do?
So I entered university in 1989. I graduated around 1995, eventually, after I was brutally attacked at the University of Lagos and injected with an unknown chemical substance. I then was delayed. After I graduated, they seized my result for months. And I was mobilized to go to NYC, and I did my NYC in Yola, Adamawa State, between 1995 and 1996. And after that, I was arrested and detained by the military junta under Abacha. On the day of my
passing out parade, and I spent a week until a newspaper reporter at the Punch, Northern Edition, I think Stanley Yakubu, wrote a story and I was released because they put me in a guard room in a detention center, chained to the ground. And then after that, I left Yola, went back to my activism. By 1998, I led one of the most popular struggles after I left university called, disrupting the Noga Games on behalf of students who were expelled by the military at that time. And after that, I became a little sick and traveled to the US in 1999, before the elections happened in 1999. And I've been in the US since 1999, and now it will be 20 years since then that I've been away.
So I mean, people talk about you coming, from a sort of, I've heard talk about you being a poor fisherman boy, and now there is some allegations, or there are talks that you're worth something like $10 million. Your net worth is $10 million. And I'm trying to close that gap to try and understand, how do you go from sort of being locked up, running into exile, and sort of 10 years later you founded a media website and you're worth $10 million? Because, Nigerians have issues with leaders who talk about integrity but don't have it. And so it's good to establish these things.
Well, thank you. It's true that I grew up poor. I was fishing for my entire family at 9 years old. I've been to Sokoto, I've been to Bayelsa State, we've been in states like Akwa Ibom. We've been in some states that most Nigerians have never been to before, and we've been received. We were in Taraba last week, we were in Adamawa last week, and in all of these places, we get acceptance, we get great reception, and people are saying, look, this is our brother. We are the greatest bridge builders you can find in this country today. I have never met Dr. Rufai before, but when we met, it as if we were brothers, and we were wondering, what is it that's been dividing this country for so long? If people can get together.
The question is using the social media handles that are scrolling across the streets. Those in the diaspora will show their slight problems with the streaming, but largely are best